Every Jewish holiday has many aspects to it, but then there's the main theme or the main observance of the holiday. Let's take Rosh Hashanah, for example. On Rosh Hashanah, we're not allowed to work. We have to eat meals. We go to the synagogue. We pray and so many other things. But if you ask the Jew, what's the main observance of Rosh Hashanah without which you really missed it? And that is, of course, the blowing of the shofar or the hearing of the shofar sounding. On Yom Kippur, there's so many things we do, but what's the main thing of Yom Kippur, without which you didn't do Yom Kippur? And that is, of course, fasting. And the same thing with other holidays. What's the theme and the main observance of Shavuos? Of course, on Shavuos, we don't work. And we have to have meals, and we eat cheesecake, and we have blintzes, and we have ice cream parties, and all the things that we learn all night, the night before, and things, and all those things. But what's the main observance, without which you really missed it? That, my friends, is being present and hearing the 10 Commandments on the first day of Shavuos in the morning, which is next Friday, May 26th. This is because when God gave the Torah the first time at Mount Sinai 3,335 years ago, all the Jews were gathered, their men, women, and children, even infants, and they all heard God speak to them, and they all committed to do the mitzvahs. This observance of Shavuos that happens every year, and we read the 10 Commandments, it's not just that we're doing it because at some point in history this happened. No, it's happening again this year, as it does every year. Once again, God is going to speak to us the 10 Commandments, and God is going to give the Torah to us, and we're going to accept it, and so on. So what's the main observance? Just like the first time, we were all there. Today, also this year as well on Shavuos, every Jew should be present when the 10 Commandments are being read in the Torah, which is a reoccurrence of God speaking them. So I encourage all of you, if you want to do the one thing on Shavuos that will make your Shavuos real, without which it's lacking the essential aspect of it, that is to be present next to Friday morning, whatever it takes. Take an hour off of whatever you're doing and just come here. Make sure to be there when the 10 Commandments are being read. If you can stay longer and enjoy the grand Kiddush luncheon, the dairy Kiddush lunch, which is customary, great. The kids will have their exciting programs, but make sure that men, women, and children, take your kids, just make sure they're here. Even if they have school that day, maybe take them out for an hour, but do whatever you can to make sure your kids are present, because who then is going to hear it and be present? The non-Jewish world? No, it's us. Of course, this is your holiday. God is speaking to you next Friday. And make sure that you and your children are all there, even the infants. Shabbat Shalom and a happy Shavuos.